Welcome to 360 Degree Machinery. We're going to do a walkthrough of a 2002 Martin T26 tilting shaper. If you have questions about pricing or availability, please go to 360degreemachinery.com. Also remember that all of our machines are located right here in Naperville, Illinois, and that we do not broker tools to ensure quality. We are also processing anywhere from 40 to 50 additional machines, so check back often, as we do not list machines until they have been thoroughly cleaned and checked. Again, this is a 2002 Martin T26 tilting shaper. It has a ton of options on it, and I'm going to walk through those over the next couple of minutes. First, we're going to come in here and we are going to go into service. We're going to click onto information. And you're going to see that this machine does have 11,344 hours. Also, this machine does feature an 1.25 inch spindle. And if you take a look, it has less than a 1,000th run out on that spindle. While I'm looking at the spindle, I might as well show you that right below here is your torque wrench for that spindle. Now this spindle does have a switch. As you can see, there is a switch back there. So if you do not put this back in place, the shaper will not operate. Kind of a nice feature so your operator doesn't misplace it. You simply insert this and you can spin that spindle on and off in a matter of seconds. But again, you have to put that tool back. While we're down here, you might as well take a look, and you're going to see that you only see two placements for that belt. The RPMs for this machine are divided up on 3,000/6,000 and 4,500 versus 9,000. That's because that is a 2-speed brake motor, so obviously your brake is built in. That's why you don't see a brake, and also, again, you have 2 speeds per size there. While we're closing this door, you do have another start button here for the shaper and emergency stop. Back up to the controls. As you can see, there are a ton of features. They're actually rather simple and give you full control of this shaper and an extreme amount of repeatability. We're going to go into single. First of all, this is automatic mode, and this is your manual jog mode. For instance, if I want to jog the power feed height, I can simply hit this, and if you look, that power feed is going to lower. And again, this does have that optional Martin power feed stand. As you can see, it is just enormous. And I mean, it just gives you full control. It even does have a built-in scale when it is closed for height, but obviously we have it open. You have single, you have program mode, so you can go through programs. You can create tool library, so you can come in here and you can activate a tool. So we can come here and activate that M17, but we're going to just go back to single real fast. And these are also for your manual. First of all, we're going to go into just program mode. So we're just going to keep it single. Your height is at 90. And what we're going to do is we're going to change that height to 25. Simply hit enter, and then we are going to hit the automatic button. And what's going to happen is that spindle is going to lower to that 25 preset. Now, just to give you an idea how this machine works is your servos ramp up really slow and then they move fast. So what it did is it undershot it and then it came back up to it. You can also hand jog. So basically, if you take the same movement and we push this button here, we can come in, and if you hold this button in and if you hold one of these, we can simply also jog that by hand. We can also come in here, let's turn this off, and what we're going to do is we're going to jog to the angle, set it at 22 degrees, again hit enter, hit automatic, and you're going to see that that spindle is going to lean to that 22-degree angle. Now you have your depth. Your depth is for setting your fences. Basically, you can move that whole fence forward and back. So your fence is totally electronically controlled on this machine. You also have your cut. So you can bring that cut side in or out as need be. It's a little bit harder to see, but that right side is moving in currently. And last but not least, you do have your positioning of those table rings. So you can come in and you can move those table rings as you need them. And again, all this is programmable. So what you can do is you can make a profile, put your tooling in there, and you could reset it up so you literally hit a series of buttons and everything is going to auto set up in here. But those are the moving table rings that everybody talks about. And what's really cool is you could just come back, and again, we could do the height at 50, enter. We can come in, we could hit the angle at 0, enter. We could hit the depth of the cut at, say, 6, enter. We could do those, and we could just put this in automatic mode real fast. And she is just going to move everything for you. Right now that was the depth of cut moving. Again, we come in and we will hit that angle. That angle is going to move back to 0. And again, this is in single operation mode. Because you also do have that program in tool mode. Now when you come over here, you do have to just start the machine in Ford. You're simply going to hit these two buttons. Remember that it does have a braking motor, and it is also a 2-speed motor. So to get to the higher RPMs while it is running, you simply are going to take this and twist this and hit this button. And to stop it, you're simply going to come in and hit right here. As you can hear, that brake did engage. To throw it in reverse, this is forward, neutral, and reverse is momentary. You're going to shift this. Your light is indicated. You come back over, hit these two again. She is now in reverse. And again, to turn it off, you simply can hit right here. And she is again going to brake. You also do get a 4-roll 1 horsepower Univer power feed. In order to keep this running, I am going to have to turn the spindle on. Because the power feed will not run unless the spindle is running. We'll jog through those speeds real fast. It's a new set of Acrotech wheels on there, 70 durometer. There's no issues with this power feed whatsoever. And again, to turn everything off, you simply would hit this button, or you can hit your emergency stop. The only thing I will tell you is if you hit your emergency stop, it is going to give you a warning, and your service light's going to turn on. You're going to have to go into service, come to your error detection, and you're going to have to clear that error. So it's pretty nice. It's self-diagnosing pretty much. You do have, we're going to close this power feed up real fast, lock that in place. You do have your right-hand material support table. This was to report for your end stop. It is missing the bar and shoe, but the attachment is there. Just have that back panel off to the side over here. Take a look on the inside real fast. You do have your built-in oiler. It does have the tensioning table. This tensioning table raises, it lowers. You can tilt it on a 45, I believe. It's a little bit hard to do in the video. You also do have that tensioning hood, a set of manuals, spacers, your 2 top nuts. And another thing I don't think I went over is if we come right here, it does have the Igner inserts. The fence is not spaced correctly right now, but those Igner inserts basically come in and will attach to here when you adjust this over. The bottom one is missing, so your bottom one is missing. Most people will never use the bottom one, but we just thought we'd tell you that is missing. Again, a really fully featured T26. If you have any questions or comments, you could reach us at info@360degreemachinery.com or give us a call at 630-229-6705. Again, thank you for tuning in to 360 Degree, helping you buy with confidence.